You have got to be fired up as a Chicago Bulls fan, as breaking news has just been confirmed by Adrian Wojnarowski that the Chicago Bulls are officially signing Javante Green. I will be talking about his impact on the Chicago Bulls and how this is going to help them in their playoff push. This is Rico Greenhowe, and this is another episode of Bulls Digest. Before we jump into it, guys, 74.4% of you guys are actually not subscribers. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the news and the happenings with your Chicago Bulls. Let's jump into it. And the first topic of the day is Javante Green signing with the Chicago Bulls, guys. So we're getting ready to go into the tweet and the actual article which appeared here on Yahoo Sports talking about Javante Green, his impact, and how he got to the Chicago Bulls. And then I'm going to go ahead and talk about, really in comparison, how he actually compares up with one of our better defenders and how he's going to impact the Chicago Bulls. So let's go into what Woj first said here. And so bringing up the tweet, the Chicago Bulls are signing guard Javante Green on a 10-day contract. Sources tell ESPN. Green, who played 113 games for the Bulls from 2020 to 2023, played with the Santa Cruz G League this season. Next, this is kind of a paraphrase to the article that was, again, thrown up here on Yahoo Sports. The news first reported by ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski and confirmed by sources means the Bulls received an injury hardship exemption from the NBA because they currently don't have a roster spot. They do, however, have multiple players enduring long-term injuries. Julian Phillips remained in a walking boot per Coach Billy Donovan's latest update, joining Zach Lavine, Patrick Williams, and Lonzo Ball on the sidelines. Lavine and Williams underwent season-ending surgeries this season. Green, a popular undersized forward who wasn't re-signed after he underwent knee surgery last season, recently caught up with his former teammates in San Francisco following the Bulls' Golden State Warriors game. Green has averaged 12.8 points and 6.8 rebounds in 22 minutes over 10 games for the Santa Cruz Warriors of the G League. And so, with that being said, guys, sorry about that. Originally, he was acquired from the Boston Celtics along with Daniel Tice and Troy Brown Jr. in a three-team trade involving Luke Kornet, Daniel Gafford, and Chandler Hutchinson. Green started 45 of 65 games in 2021 and 2022 as Donovan consistently relied on him as an undersized power forward. All right, guys, so look. The facts are there. He's an undersized power forward. He plays with a lot of force. He likes to be a guy that is a rim runner, and he is a defensive irritant on the defensive end. He reminds you a lot of, say, our very own Alex Caruso. And if you remember during our first playoff push with Lonzo Ball coming over, he was an instrumental part for us. We were able to play small ball and we were able to rotate on bigs. We were able to throw Caruso out there. We were kind of able to play like this kind of, pressured man defense that's kind of like it's a scattering defense that you just feel like there's so many bodies around you. So this guy was huge from an energy standpoint. I call him Javante the Energizer Bunny Green, because that's what he brings, man. He brings a lot of energy on the defensive end and the offensive end. He's lively as far as rebounding here. So, that breaks us down to the next piece, which is what is really going to be the impact. Is Javante Green an impact signing for the Chicago Bulls? And I'm going to say that, yes, he is going to be an impact. He's going to be an impact not from necessarily a numbers standpoint, but what he brings you with the energy, the effort on the defensive end. It is almost like we're going to have an Alex Caruso out there. And in fact, this is what Alex Caruso had to say once Woj broke the news. Whoa with the fire here. He is looking forward to getting back out here with his teammate. And by the numbers, guys, I mean, looking at what Javonte Green presents here, I know it's not anything that's going to make you just jump off the couch and go, oh my goodness, I've got to tune in, guys. But this guy, again, I mean, he puts up solid numbers in here. He's shooting the ball at 34% from the three-point land. I mean, it's not terrible, but he is willing to shoot the basketball. One of the key things that you see here is that he is right around that 53 to 56 mark as far as field goal percentage. That's because he plays in the paint and he plays with a lot of force. Excuse me, guys. The guy has a lot of anger at the rim. Like, the guy wants to attack the rim. You will absolutely love that. And look at what he's doing as far as the free throw percentage here. This is always a plus with us as well. Because you are attacking the rim, he is going to see the free throw line. And with the free throw line, you're going to have to make these free throws. Unlike Andre Drummond, he is a bit more consistent. You are seeing he's about 75% from the line. His last season, he was injured, give or take, 66%. But that season before, right, that electric season before where he was with Lonzo and that run, guys, I mean, he was ecstatic, man. He shot 83% there, knocking down his free throws at will. So this is a guy that pretty much you needed to have him in the game. He wasn't a liability. This was huge for us. And I know I'm throwing out Alex Caruso and we're saying, Alex Caruso, here's a guy that's into the Defensive Player of the Year running. I mean, look at this comparison-wise. You're looking at the career stats, guys. I'm going to bring up what Caruso has done for us. So now you're looking at Alex Caruso's numbers. You're seeing that there's not too much of a difference. I mean, there is a little bit more of a point total here, guys. I mean, looking at the 6.7 points per game. You're looking at the rebound totals here. That's a little bit higher for you at 2.8 defensively. He doesn't hit the offensive rebounds at a huge clip. Assist-wise, 2.8, and that's what you love about Caruso. He does a little bit of everything, and so I think we're getting the exact same player with Javonte Green. And maybe perhaps you look at this situation and you're like, okay, we're getting another Caruso. He's not going to be super big. Yes, he has missed some games like Caruso, and that's expected. These guys put their bodies on the line. They play extremely hard, and to the point where sometimes they actually hurt themselves. So I get it. But the bottom line here, guys, is that we are getting a person here that is essentially a seatbelt on the defensive end, and he is going to be huge for us because we are going to need stops, especially since we are a team that plays in the clutch, and we're going to need somebody that attacks the rims and can make free throw shots here, guys, because we need some easy baskets, okay? I know it's a three-point league. I know it's gotten to the point where we have to stretch the floor, but we need guys that are a bit crafty, right? That you don't necessarily have to throw a lob to. I will say that Javonte Green has a little bit of a handle, so he can get to the rim himself. You don't necessarily need to call a play for him. This might be huge, especially if we get into the playoffs and he has to guard guys like Al Horford, or he has to go out there against Giannis, whatever that looks like, guys. I mean, it could be a situation where he could give the big some fits. I mean, he's mobile enough to go out there and make you work on the offensive end. The question is, can his knees hold up on the defensive end, guys? Is he going to be good enough on the defensive end? I think that that's really where the issues came with the knees, is because he had to play bigger players, all right? And I know, look, there's a lot of players that we could have signed, all right? There's players certainly that maybe they might be better on the free agent market. I don't know. But all I'm saying is this. Here's a guy that's coming into Billy Donovan's system. He's had success, and he's now playing with Kobe White and also to Dosunmu, who have taken off since he left the roster. And who knows? I mean, this could be a match in heaven, because if he played as well as he did with Lonzo Ball, imagine how he's going to play now with Dosunmu and Kobe White, and DeRozan, who is just now a bona fide closer. He already knows how to space the floor with Vooch as well. Like, I think this is a win-win situation for us. I think this is a great signing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments here about the signing. Do you think that this is a huge signing for us down the stretch? Is this not really anything for the Chicago Bulls? I don't know. Let me know. As usual, guys, I will see you guys on the next video. Go Bulls. Let's go, baby.